there's a guy who came out recently. Some of you are going to run into him. He wrote a book. He's an atheist. And he wrote this book, The Case Against God. And he laid out this whole case that how this thing about God was created by man, and man created God, and that God is just a mental figment of man's imagination, and that man really created God himself, and that Jesus Christ was invented by these 11 guys who was left, and he's really not God, but they made him God. And this guy, I mean, he laid out this big, massive proposition that there is no God. Well, let me tell you something about atheism. The greatest threat to civil society is mankind. I am convinced of that. What did I just say? I want you to be wise people. We are not as smart as we thought we were. Think about it. Mankind's history has proven that all of our intellectual superiority has not served us well. Case in point, every day you turn the television on, it is flooded with images of blood, destruction, death, diplomacy, conflict, hatred, fear, poverty, starvation, rape, genocide, refugees, human migration, natural disasters, daily bombings, economic uncertainty, immigration problems, corporate corruption, moral decay, sexual revolution, the clash of cultures, and all that goes on every day. And yet, this testifies to our undeniable fact that we are our own worst enemy. All of our universities and cyberspace technologies, our Blackberries, our think tanks, our G7 meetings, our fiscal and immigration policies, medical advances, social experiments, religious conferences, peace marches, declarations of ceasefire, peace on earth, all seem to collapse at the mercy of our own self-imposed destructive spirit. Man keeps killing himself. We build buildings and then we bomb them. We make weapons, then use them on our own selves. We invent medicines and then keep them from people who need them. We improve World Wide Web technology and we use it to destroy our children's moral fabric. We are our own greatest enemy. Man's mind creates problems that he cannot solve with his mind. Just like no electrical component can function without the required power source, God has designed man in a way that he cannot function without God. No matter how new your iron is or your TV is, no matter how clean your toaster is and how beautiful your refrigerator is, if the lights are off, you know, we dress clean, don't we? Nice clothes, BMW, nice, beautiful house, but the plug is out. See, God has designed man in such a way that man was created not to live, to function, to grow, develop, or exist without God. So let me explain the atheist to you. And please write this down if you're interested in this kind of thinking, because it's very important. This is going to get worse, so you better learn about this. An atheist is a dishonest mind, pretending he is smarter, wiser, and more advanced than his forefathers. I'm going to repeat that. An atheist is a dishonest mind. Keep the TV on, please. If you claim to be an atheist, you are dishonest. I know you claim to be honest, but listen to me. If you are an atheist today, you are a dishonest mind pretending to be smarter, wiser, and more intelligent than your forefathers. What do I mean by that? Atheism is the admission of a man's failure, disappointment with humanity. Atheism, again, is admission of man's failure, disappointment with himself. Let me put it another way. We have messed up so bad, we figure there can't be a God to allow us to do this. Am I over your head today? Okay. No wonder why people are atheists. I'd be one too if I didn't know there was a God. Because when I look at what man has done with all of his intelligence, I mean, man found a way to kill a baby with a pill in the womb. I mean, that's advanced science. How to murder with a pill. Man has invented ways to destroy himself, and then he becomes disillusioned with his own success. And so he says there cannot be a God. So atheism is man's conclusion. There cannot be a God the way this thing is going. Well, it's going the way you made it. And so I put it to you this way. The truth is, man makes a lousy God. Atheism is man claiming that he is his own God. But let me tell you something, Mr. Atheist. If you are all we have to reference to, I'd rather believe in God. With all of our scientific advancement, all of our intellectual advancement, look what we've done. We got more problems in the world today than we had 1,000 years ago. And we call ourselves progressing. I think about the birth of Jesus. Herod had little boys killed. And Herod did it with a legal legislative edict. And the story says that they went out and killed all the little boys at a certain age. They aborted all these little kids in one day. Well, have we advanced? I don't know how many Herod killed, but they say last year in the United States, 500 million babies were aborted. 500,000, more than the whole country of the Bahamas, were killed in some doctor's office. Have we advanced? Yeah, we're more effective than Herod at destroying our own offspring. You want me to believe there's no God? No wonder you believe there's no God. Because we have destroyed ourselves to the point where we can't believe God is allowing this to happen. So here's my point today. Earth is like a spaceship, lost in space, helplessly flying at light speed without a compass, on a flight plan that makes no sense to a destination unknown. The world is just crazy. Mankind seems to be a victim of his own genius. He's imprisoned by his own self-imposed, inflated concept of himself and his own abilities.